Australia is located in the southern hemisphere, at the south of Asia between the Pacific and the Indian Oceans. It's the sixth biggest country and the smallest continent in the world. Also, it's an island surrounded by water. Australia is politically divided into six states: Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, Victoria, Western Australia, and Tasmania. In the middle of the country is a large territory called the Northern Territory, which is not an state.
The national capital, Canberra, is Australia's largest inland city and the eighth largest city overall, and is located at the northern end of the Australian Capital Territory. This small city became the ACT because the Parliament had to choose a site at least 100 miles from Sydney, and it had to sit in Melbourne until the new capital, Canberra, was built.
The flag of Australia is based on the British Maritime Blue Ensign and a representation of the Southern Cross constellation, made up of five white stars, one small five-pointed star, and four larger seven-pointed stars.
The main Australian cities are Sydney, Perth, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Adelaide. Each of them has its own individual characteristics and profile. They might seem similar because of their structure, but they're not. Climate, lifestyle, job competition, and other factors are important things that makes them unique. The current population of Australia is 25,612,099, based on Worldometer elaboration of the United Nations data. The median age in Australia is 37.9 years.
The festivities are Australia Day, celebrated on January 26, Anzac Day, which takes place on April 25, the Trop Fest, that is the largest short film festival in the world, the Sydney Festival, that was established in 1977 and runs for 3 weeks during the month of January. Some of the traditions are the Mock-Up Day and School Lights. It's a celebration that all senior year students participate. The Street Parties, that is a popular way to bring your neighbors together. The Boxing Day is comparable to the American Black Friday but a day after Christmas. And Biscuit, to recall the diet during the World War One.
Australia is known to have a diverse range of food, being a large hub of multiculturalism. The common dishes in the diet are those cooked with meats of exotic animals such as crocodile, kangaroo, or buffalo. Also important are the crustaceans known as mud crabs and the prawn yabbies.
The traditional Aboriginal Australian dance was closely associated with a song and was understood as making present the reality of a dreamtime. The term corroboree is commonly used by non-Indigenous Australians to refer to any Aboriginal dance.
Australia doesn't have a single national sport, but the three most popular are cricket, Australian football, and rugby league. The country stands out internationally in other sports such as motor racing, motorcycling, tennis, golf, field hockey, and swimming. The vegetation tends to group into well-differentiated habitats, although there is no official scheme. The division is rainforest, savanna, wet and dry eucalyptus forest, maquia, acacia, and myrtle forest and steppes. The eucalyptus is the best known Australian tree, but the national floral emblem is the acacia. Apart from kangaroos and koalas, other characteristic animals of Australia are the emu, which is included in the national coat of arms with a kangaroo, platypus, possum, Tasmanian devil, wombat, dingo, that is a wild dog, or kookaburra, as well as ibis, cockatoos, and cassowaries, among others.
Australia has 37 government-funded universities and 3 private universities. The oldest university in Australia is the University of Sydney. Also, there is a base system of vocational training known as TAFE, Technical and Further Education. Tourism in Australia is an important part of the Australian economy and consists of domestic and international components. 9.3 million tourists visit Australia between July 2018 and June 2019, the highest number ever recorded. The most popular destination was Sydney, with over 16 million visitors. Australian national currency is the Australian dollar, which comes in a polymer notes of 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100, and the coins are in 5, 10, 20, and 50 cents. Also, their GDP per capita is a very good indicator of the standard of living.
Australia has a mixed market economy, and it's the largest one, having a total gross domestic product of around 1.69 trillion Australian dollars. The industry also engages tourism, media and entertainment, healthcare, logistics, education and finance sectors that play the major role in ensuring that the economy remains constant and at the top. The Australian government is the federal government of Australia, a parliamentary constitutional monarchy and the first level government department. It consists of three departments: the executive branch, the Prime Minister, ministers and government departments; the legislative branch, the Australian Parliament. The Aboriginal people of Australia have the oldest continuous culture on Earth, believed to have arrived to the island by boat around 50,000 years ago. The Dutch navigator William Jensen was the first European to set foot on Australia on 26 February 1606, near the town of Weipa on Cape York.
There are three main political parties. The Australian Labor Party is the oldest political party established in 1901. The Liberal Party of Australia was formed in 1944. The Country Party was formed in 1920, renamed the National Country Party in 1975, the National Party of Australia in 1982, and since 2003 has been known as the Nationals.